And we are live. Welcome for this weekly live stream on the latest and greatest news in Ethereum and DeFi. I do this every Monday at 11 p.m. UTC plus 8. And in this video, I'm going to be talking of Ethereum that keeps going up. New all-time high. I mean, it's like Christmas. Like, it's just too easy. Mastercard, which is moving to crypto. We're going to be talking of Ethereum competitors. We have some serious news from an Ethereum competitors that shows they are closing in on Ethereum. Super critical info. You absolutely have to follow this. And if you don't know me, I'm Julian, your host. And on my channel, EatTheBlocks, I explain blockchain technology. A quick mention to my upcoming training, how to get a $100 blockchain job in 2021. This is going to be next week on February 23rd at 11 p.m. UTC plus 8. So if you are a newbie and you want to get into the industry, make sure to register for this training. This is free, but you have to register because this is not going to be on YouTube. It's going to be outside. So I'm putting the link in the chat. And hi people in the chat. We have Eric, we have Dunamis, hey, we have Muibi, we have Chanchai, we have Tsana. Cool to see some activity in the chat. All right. So first of all, I want to thank all of you who are watching EatTheBlocks because the channel is doing great. New all-time high. Yes. During the last months, the views grew by more than 50%. I never experienced this since the beginning of EatTheBlocks. It's just completely amazing. And we will reach 1 million views on the channel next month. It's gonna be a huge milestone. And after we just keep going up, guys. We're going to the moon, like in crypto. Okay, all-time high everywhere. All-time high for Ether. All-time high for EatTheBlocks. All-time high everywhere. All right. So, as a crypto guy, you need to know the best crypto meme. It's very, very important because otherwise you cannot be accepted in the industry. All right. The blockchain company, they don't care about your coding skill. They want to make sure you know the meme. Okay, this is the most important. So I selected for you the best meme. When you crypto moon, but you remain the same boring guy. Yeah. I hope one day I can relate to that one. Okay, I like this one. How people think it's like to hodl. How it's actually like to hodl. Yeah, I mean this is super important. It's not gonna be a smooth road, okay? It's not gonna be a smooth ride. Oh, that one is so good. Okay, being a crypto trader is not stressing at all. John, 26 years old. All right, you don't want to be like that guy, okay? So don't invest too much, huh? All right. So we start with the price of Ether. What's going on Ether? So new all-time high at 1,867 to be exact. So we haven't tested 2,000 yet. And later in the week, we almost lost all the gains of the week. And so now we're kind of going sideways. But you have to remember that before we increased really fast. So it's kind of normal. We have some consolidation now. We're probably going to test 2K. That is for sure. So if it is not this week, it's going to be next week or by the end of the month. But yeah, we're going to test 2K very soon. Then... oh yeah, also you have to know that for it has been the first week when after Ethereum after the Ethereum future were launched on CME, so that was like a really big event, and so some people were predicting a big crash in Ether as we saw with Bitcoin in 2017 after Bitcoin futures were introduced, but yet it did not happen. The crash did not happen, so everything is good. Okay, so Mark Cuban shields Ethereum. So in the Defiant podcast, he said ETH has an advantage over Bitcoin as a store of value. I love this dude and I hope that he convinces his billionaire friends So he's really excited about smart contract, which will lay the foundation for what he calls friction-free banking. And because most of the innovation is happening on Ethereum, he believes ETH is becoming a better store of value than Bitcoin. I agree. So yeah, one more billionaire who becomes crypto friendly after Elon Musk. I think before Mark Cuban was not super keen on crypto. So yeah, he made a big change. Yeah. So yeah, we want to see more billionaires who are in crypto. So Grayscale is adding another $93 million of Ether to its crypto fund. So really show you that the demand for Ether is accelerating. So in December, 200 million were added to their Ethereum fund, and in the last 30 days, 339 millions were added. So it's going exponential. It's going up. So gas price, what's going on for gas price? Gas price are super high. Soon it will be worse than for the last DeFi summer. So it's not great. This plus the higher price of Ether that makes Ethereum transaction insanely expensive. I think now even for a simple transaction is something like $10. For 20 token, it's like maybe 20-30 bucks now. And actually, for the first time, I had one student who wanted to pay me outside of the Ethereum network. So he wanted to pay me in BUSD on the Binance Smart Chain. So yeah, I will add payment, a crypto payment for Binance Smart Chain. Side note. Okay. Yeah. So just something very important with this high gas fee is that you have to make sure that you will not be in a gas prison. So gas prison is when it's not worth it to spend your coin because you spend more in transaction fee than the value of the coin. So make sure you don't have like dust that is spread out. You need to consolidate your position to make it worth it and escape the gas prison. Okay, what's the situation on Ethereum 2.0? So there are more than 3 million ETH that are locked out of a total supply of 110 million. So that's about $5.5 billion at current prices. And so what about the yield? How are we doing for the yield now? We are at about still 9%. Yeah, so it's pretty good yield. And we are approaching 100,000 validators. Soon we'll be at 100,000. And that's to be compared with 11,000 nodes for Ethereum 1. So Ethereum 2.0 hasn't started yet. And already we can see that we have many more nodes than on ETH1. So ultimately, Ethereum 2.0 could go up to 1 million validators, which will make it by far the most decentralized blockchain, completely unbreakable. Even if the worlds become Mad Max, okay, in 20 years when we have coronavirus 3.0 which comes out, okay, Ethereum is gonna be there, I'm telling you. So then we gonna check the situation for the DeFi market cap, new all-time high, almost 40 billion. So Ether keeps flowing into DeFi. This is something I'm very happy to see. With 7.7, I don't know how to say number in English, guy. I forget my English. Sorry. 7.75 million is locked in Ether, and so this is about 7% of the total amount of ETH. So we have a lot of room to grow. We have more than 12 protocol with more than $1 billion locked. So that's really huge. I remember when we had the first DeFi protocol above 1 million at the beginning of last year. It was a huge milestone, but now we have 12. And soon we will have our first DeFi protocol that reaches 10 billion. It will happen soon, in the next few weeks, probably, or next few months. And next, I want to show you the fierce battle between Uniswap and SushiSwap. The battle is more fierce than ever. So here you can see the ETH. Look, in SushiSwap, Uniswap's going down, and SushiSwap, it is going up. And SushiSwap has almost caught up 1 million here, almost caught up with Uniswap. So yeah, SushiSwap gradually winning some market share. Will be interesting to see what's happened next. All right, then let's check out the rate. So this is if you lend your crypto in a lending protocol like Compound, Aave, DYDX. So rates have been pretty high for a couple of weeks now. So now we have more than 10% for all the stable coins, DAI, USDC, USDT across the board, plus 10%. It's really nice to see this really high rate here. Okay, so next we are going to talk of the winner. And okay, I think okay, let me do some googling here, because I think one of my tab I closed one of my tab by accident. Top 100 DeFi token. All right, some googling skill here. Okay, load, and let's arrange this by change for the past 7 day. Why you don't let me why you don't let me sort this? Okay. Oh no, I'm not on the correct website. I don't want this one. I want CoinGecko. Sorry guys, some last minute improvisation, some technicality. All right, scroll down. Okay. I'm back on track. So for the winner, we have mostly winners this week. So Auto Farm, crazy, almost 900%. So it's a yield aggregator on Binance Smart Chain, so similar to Yearn Finance. And currently they have some crazy APY there, like 500% for some of their vaults. So really insane. And yeah, in general on Binance Smart Chain is really quite crazy now. Yeah, APY Finance, another yield aggregator on Ethereum this time. Then we have NFTX. So this is a project to create an index fund for NFTs, which allow you to have a fractional ownership of an expensive NFT. And that is super useful, because a lot of NFT, they're very expensive, and basically it locks out of the market most people like you and me, who just are probably not willing, to invest $100,000 in some virtual art. I mean, it's beautiful, but yeah, 100,000, yes, it's a bit expensive. So with NFTX, yeah, you can invest in expensive NFT even if you're a normal guy. So a very useful project. Then we have, what do we have which is pumping this week? We have Rari. Where is Rari? I think it's that one, RGT. Yeah, Rari. So this is a marketplace for NFT, and NFT are doing great. PNT, so of the P network. So this is a project for portable tokens. So in other words, synthetic assets. For example, if you have tokens on Ethereum and you want to trade them on another blockchain like Binance Smart Chain, you can do it with P token. So this is for inter-blockchain communication. Very useful project. Then for the loser, what do we have? Yeah, Cream Finance. Okay, let's scroll up. Yeah, Cream Finance. They were hacked. It's normal. Ample. So that's an algorithmic stable coin, which is really struggling to keep its peg. It's really moving all the time. So yeah, the algorithmic stable coin, it's something that, if it can work, can be really amazing, but currently it doesn't work. That doesn't work well enough. Opium derivatives protocol, yeah, Alpha, they were hacked, so it's normal that they are losing, but overall not a lot of red here, mostly green. Okay, so next we are going to switch to the specific news for DeFi project. So first, Matic rebranding. So Matic Network is one of the leader in layer 2 scaling solution on Ethereum, and they are rebranding it into Polygon. And so far, Matic Network, they have seen a number of crypto gaming projects that choose it for a scalability purpose. And next, with Polygon, they want to be able to bring major DeFi brand into Matic. So yeah, it's gonna be between Matic and Optimism. So yeah, so personally, I'm probably going to invest in both tokens because they really solve a very pressing issue for Ethereum. So I'm really bullish for layer 2 scaling solution. Then some news about Yearn Finance. So the Yearn community decided to compensate addresses that lost money during their hack, because they were hacked for the Wide-Eye Vault 1 week ago. So to do that, they will mint some new Wi-Fi token, and this new Wi-Fi token will be used to take a loan of DAI through Maker. So yeah, and then after they will use this DAI to reimburse addresses. So this is really the first time we hear about this system of borrowing money, borrowing some DAI like this. It's very unique. So the DAI loan will be paid out with fees earned by the Yearn ecosystem. So yeah, it's quite interesting because this is basically they're not really taking value of the token, but it's more like they are basically making user of Yearn Finance pay compensate for the people who lost. So yeah, I like this idea. So the Yearn community said that it will be a one-time thing, and next time Yearn users should probably buy a protection on Cover, which is an insurance protocol which is part of the Yearn ecosystem. Yeah, so that's it for this news. Next, another news about Yearn Finance. So they announced a partnership with Badger DAO. So this is DAO which is focused on Bitcoin. So you can expect more fun with your Gen BTC token in Yearn. So it's really impressive to see the Yearn Finance ecosystem that just keeps developing and announcing new partnerships. So I really wonder which project didn't do a partnership with Yearn Finance already. It seems they're occupying the whole DeFi space at this point. But keep in mind that also with all this integration, it actually makes Yearn Finance quite risky because the surface area for the attacks is very large. It's not just the code of Yearn Finance, but it's also all these other protocol it integrate with. So really, it's the other side of the coin with Yearn Finance. So then the Federal Reserve of St. Louis in the US wrote a long report on DeFi. They are finally waking up. I mean, it's good to see that finally they are following what's going on. So it's really good article. It's a good intro to DeFi with many charts. Really nice summary. All right, so next we're gonna talk of hacking. So what is the hack of the week? The hack of the week, ladies and gentlemen, he has been won by Cream Finance and Alpha Finance. Congratulations! No, I'm being so mean, man. But they lost 37.5 million in 2 flash loan attack. I think it's the biggest DeFi hack ever. I think it's an absolute record. So I believe that DeFi insurance, all the projects that do insurance for DeFi, like Cover, etc., I think they're going to do super well. I think in the future, it's just going to be standard practice, like probably there's going to be some integration from, I think what's going to happen is when you are in a DeFi protocol, automatically you're going to have a widget just after you take a position. You're going to have a widget that says, okay, now do you want to buy a cover for this? And yes, I'm pretty sure it's going to become standard. Okay, so then some news about NFT. So we have a new record for an NFT sale. So there were 9 plots of land on the blockchain game Axie Infinity that were sold for $1.5 million. Wow. Just wow. So it's the biggest NFT sale ever, and I'm just so jealous of the seller, because I'm sure he's the kind of guy, you know, he just saw this game at the very beginning and he thought, oh, that's cool, okay, let's buy some plot. And he just bought that super cheap, and then he forgot, and then he came back and he realized he was popular, and then boom, 1.5 million. Yeah, kind of very similar to the guys who bought Bitcoin 10 years ago. So yeah, $1.5 million. Wow. Okay, so next we're gonna talk of Mastercard. So Mastercard announced that they will support crypto on network. It's a major announcement, really big announcement. So I quote the article: "We will be very thoughtful about which assets we support based on our principle for digital currency, which focus on consumer protection and compliance." That means you should probably not expect Dogecoin on Mastercard, right? No, but seriously though, I think first they will focus on centralized stablecoins like Tether or USDC. So I quote the article again. "This change may open merchants up to new customers who are already flocking to digital assets and help sellers build loyalty with existing customers who want this additional option." So they don't explain exactly what they're going to do. I think customers will be able to pay in crypto in the future, but I'm not sure if the merchant will see the crypto. Maybe it will be changed directly into fiat money. In the article, they also mentioned some potential integration with a CDBC, so central bank stablecoins, which is the next big thing from the next big in terms of adoption. I think CDBC are going to be absolutely huge, but right now this is still in our early development. Then some news from BNY Mellon. So that's a really big bank in the US, and they announced they're going to do some crypto custody. So that means institutionals will be able to store the crypto at BNY Mellon, because institutional, they don't want to deal with private key. They don't want this responsibility. So you can really see that Wall Street is moving to crypto, and it's really incredible to see how fast it's happening. It's happening super fast. Like not even just a few years ago that all the CEO of Wall Street, they were just like making fun of crypto, just saying it's a scam, like the CEO of JP Morgan, etc. And now, like one after the other, they just keep making some new announcements. It's pretty amazing. All right, then let's talk a little bit of other blockchains. So we start with Bitcoin. So Twitter is considering buying some Bitcoin. So it's a new trend for big companies. Like if you want to be cool, you gotta have some Bitcoin in your balance sheet. This is a new thing, you know, like for top CEO. So keep in mind that although this announcement can seem impressive, it's still a small part of their balance sheet. That these companies, they have huge balance sheet. So small part of that, but it's going in the right direction. And Jack Dorsey, the CEO of Twitter, is actually a big supporter of crypto. He runs his own Bitcoin node. Yes, guys. Yes. And he also brought Bitcoin payment to Square Cash App. So yeah, big support. Another billionaire who is pro crypto. Next, we're going to talk of Binance Smart Chain. So still kicking asses. So Venus protocol on Binance Smart Chain is now the number one dApp in all blockchain in terms of transaction volume, above Uniswap and SushiSwap on Ethereum. So I've been thinking one thing, this is just a speculation, okay, but SushiSwap is such a dynamic community. I expect them at some point to create a version of SushiSwap on Binance Smart Chain, and maybe the same thing for Yearn Finance. Yes, I expect some move in the very near future. BNB token, which is the native token of Binance Smart Chain, is also doing very well. And Binance is also building a bridge to Polkadot. So in less than 6 months, Binance Smart Chain just has had a huge impact on the DeFi industry. So it's finally the most serious competitor to Ethereum currently. Very, very serious threat to Ethereum. Then some news from Cardano, another Ethereum competitor. So Charles Hoskinson, the founder of Cardano, is doing some drama again. So in a video on Twitter, he talked about progress and why Ethereum is not a serious competitor. So he said, I quote, Ethereum first mover effect is worth as much as MySpace original success. Nothing. Okay. Oh man, I don't know why you find this sentence, but wow. Then he said, Cardano is not about the price or hype, it's about developing things. And then he said, he was very angry, if this does not appeal to you, there are ecosystems that do that. Tron is an example, and there are dozens of others. It's really typical Charles Hoskinson here. It's like, he's always such a nice guy, right? No, but seriously, I don't understand why you always feel the need to do like so much drama. That's one big reason I don't like Cardano. Yeah, so on Cardano, I do think the price of ADA is going to keep pumping because the price, psychologically is still very low. It's under $1. So we're going to have some resistance at $1, but it's going to keep pumping. But in terms of the tech, even though they are releasing smart contract this year, they are just really so far. So they're really so late in the game. So I don't think how they can even make a comeback. Really, seems like a lost cause to me. Yeah, but anyway, we can still have some fun and check out the rant of Charles Hoskinson from time to time. It's quite entertaining. So then some news from Avalanche, which is another Ethereum competitor. So there was a big bug that was triggered by unusually high volume. So actually the blockchain itself is not even working. So you know what, guys? I want to be like Nelson, okay? When I heard that, I want to be like Nelson, okay? So we hear Nelson from The Simpsons. I'm so mean. Okay. All right. So now we are going to do the Q&A. Very quickly, I post the link to the free training. So this is in about 1 week. So February 23rd at 11 p.m. UTC plus head had to get a blockchain job in 2021. If you are new in the industry and you want to find your first blockchain job, register for this free training. You have to register. It's not on YouTube. I will send you the link if you register, and you'll be able to attend. All right. So let me see all the questions. So let me scroll up in the chat. Daniel Novak. Hey, John Obladen. Hi. Steve. Carrie. Hey. Cesar, Aqualodge, THX, you say, hi Julian, sorry I'm late, happy lundi gras. Bax, Julian, I am in DAB 30 course, awesome Bax, awesome. John Peterson, best dev channel, thank you, I really appreciate. IODG, can you include Tron USDT as payment method? Okay, yeah, I can do it. Okay, question from John Peterson. How do we solve the East gas problem? Short and long solution. So the long-term solution is ETH2, but we can't do anything about this. We just have to wait and see. It's probably going to be in 2 years. But in the meantime, it's going to be Matic, layer 2 scaling solution like Matic and Optimism. So as a developer, check out the doc of this project. I might do a tutorial on my channel because I think it's quite important. Yeah. Second Tide, have you used Loopring yet? No, but I want to try. Their DEX is L2, no high gas fee on swap or transfer to other L2 wallet. Pretty cool to see rollups in a while. Yeah, so I personally I want to invest in Optimism, Matic, and Loopring. Yeah. Deventure Uniswap alternative with less fee. On Ethereum, you're not going to see a lot of difference. You have to go on Binance Smart Chain, PancakeSwap, for example. Deventure is Link undervalued. I didn't check the price of Link. I think there was a lot of hype before, so I think it pumped a lot already. Yeah, it seems like the market cap of Link is pretty high. Okay, let me see. Hayodeji would say for a cheaper DEX, you can check Honeyswap on XDAI. Yes. Neil J, I've already subscribed to your course. How can I get in touch with you? You can, yeah, if you are in a private Discord, you can send me a PM. Otherwise, you can send me an email at julian@eattheblocks.com. Yeah, let me put it in the chat. julian@eattheblocks.com. Yes. Okay. Okay. Alton, hello. Nilesh J, what's the threat to Ethereum other than Binance? Okay, so for this, you need to check my video, Ethereum Killers. It was, I think, a couple of weeks ago I released this video, so I explained everything. Stephen McCarthy, really enjoy your recent Uniswap, SushiSwap, Flash on arbitrage video. Yeah, thank you. For next step with that, thought on JS, other tooling library to monitor real-time price difference and simulate execution. So you know that I have a course on Flash Loan where we have the complete thing, not just the Solidity part, but also the Node.js script. This is arbitrage between Kyber and Uniswap. So not exactly the same thing, but you can be inspired for the logic. So yeah, for the tooling library, really use Node.js, then Web3 or Ethers.js to connect to the blockchain. I don't think you'll find any really useful APIs to monitor the price difference because you want to be really, really quick. So you want to do it yourself. You want to do it from scratch. You code the Node.js code yourself. If you use an API, there's gonna be some latency and it's not gonna be fast enough. So yeah, you just have to do it yourself. Jan, hey Julian, what do you think may happen to DeFi when USDT really goes under? Will other stablecoins lose their peg as well, maybe to the upside through increase by pressure? Yes, so Tether is the biggest stablecoin. I think they are at a $30 billion of market cap. And if you compare with DAI, so DAI is something like maybe 2 billion, so much smaller. But actually DAI, in one of their collateral, they are exposed to Tether and many other DeFi protocols that depend on Tether as well. No, I mean, it would be a real disaster if something bad happened to Tether. But I mean, I know there were a lot of controversy around Tether, but recently we had a good news for Tether. Basically, Bitfinex, who took a loan of, I think that was 500 million. They took a loan of 500 million from the Tether Foundation, and that was one of the main reasons of the drama. And they reimbursed this loan. Yeah. But also we have all these other coins, stable coins that are being developed, the algorithmic stable coins. So right now they are not ready, but fortunately at some point they'll be ready, and when they will be ready, they will totally replace the coins like Tether and USDC. But this is in the future. This is not for now. Michael, joined late but here to support the channel. Yes, thank you, Michael. Ali Jorani, question here: how can someone schedule a one-on-one Zoom Skype call with you? You can go on okay, so for this, let me show you. You go there, and here you go in private coaching. I just put the link. Yeah. You book your session here, and after I send you an email and we can schedule the time. All right. Ankit, hello Julian, thanks for the great content so far. Yeah, welcome Ankit. Cabio, was the Flash on hacked because of bad code? Well, it's it's a little bit in, you know, with flash loan, it's a little bit more difficult to spot bugs. So even if you, maybe the code was pretty good, but there was one scenario that didn't anticipate it. So I wouldn't say it's bad code, but in any case, that was a security vulnerability. So they had to fix it. But yeah, really like flash loan make the surface area, the surface area for the attack way bigger. That's for sure. All right, sick and tired. Is Coinbase going to be the first publicly traded central exchange? Well, it looks like it. So they're going to do their IPO, and people are talking of a $100 billion valuation. So, which is absolutely huge. So yeah, it's probably going to happen this year. Yeah. Freddy is saying, hey Julian, enjoy your channel. How easy is it to code for the Binance Smart Chain? Well, it's pretty, if you know how to code on Ethereum, then it's pretty easy, because basically Binance Smart Chain is a copy paste of Ethereum. So yeah, it's mostly the same. Solidity, Truffle, Web3, etc. I mean, you can reuse a lot of the same stuff. So you can check on my channel. I have a tutorial to create your first smart contract on Binance Smart Chain. Sick and tired in saying that the WebSocket API of Binance Smart Chain is really good. Okay, interesting. Kabir, do you know of any good DeFi open source project to contribute to? I don't know one specifically, but what you can do is, first of all, so be involved in the community, in a different Discord community of some DeFi project. Try to have a feel of whether you like interacting with the community. And also on GitHub, you can search issue. Maybe I can do a demo live. Let me see if I can do this. Okay, so GitHub, and you have a way to search for issue. Let me see. So, oh man, I lost my my GitHub skill, but basically there is here, you know, you have like a lot of way of filtering the issue, and so you can filter the issue to have some tag in it, and so some example of tag is something like a beginner friendly. You have like a couple of tag like this for open source project that are looking to onboard new people, and so you search issue like this on GitHub, and you will be able to find projects that are beginner friendly. Yeah. All right. Finman, is DSD worth buying at 16 cents? Oh, I don't know this coin. Julien Donnet, as a personal project, I would like to do something involving Solidity and smart contract. Would you have something fun to recommend? Less risky than 2 million DAI flash loan for arbitrage? Okay, actually, a flash loan, you don't risk anything because you don't use your own capital. You just pay for the transaction fee. Well, just pay. Well, nice, quite high. Yeah, you don't risk any capital. But let me see. I mean, so it seems to me the way you're asking the question, it seems to me you're already a developer. So let me see, what do I have in stock for you? Yeah, we do have something for you. Let me see. So let me see. I have a tutorial, a full tutorial to do election. I think I did this, like, let me scroll down. Oh yeah, blockchain prediction market. Yeah, so if you want like a full tutorial, something fun, this one. So it's basically you're going to code a prediction market on Ethereum. Yeah, so let me put this in the chat. Okay. Then next question. Gary sent it. Yo, Julian, I might be late as always, but there are questions that to be asked. When does EIP 1559 goes into effect? it's still subject of heavy discussion. So yeah, probably I should do a video about this because this is a really, really big topic in Ethereum. Yes, I will talk more about it later. Yeah. Philippe Dumonet, I was monitoring Uniswap and Sushi Pools for around 2 hours, but there didn't seem to be any arbitrage opportunity. Is it even possible to have a profitable bot with just Node.js and Infura? Well, it's not possible to give you a binary answer, yes or not. I can just tell you that it's more difficult to do it with Infura. It's easier to do it if you have your own node. Yeah. Nilesh, you do private coaching as well? Yes, I do. Yeah, I posted the link just above. Yeah. Gary Santi, can you explain also Avalanche? Thank you. Okay, in another video because I haven't researched it, but yeah, I just understand vaguely it's a Ethereum competitor with a smart contract capabilities. But like to be honest, when I hear this, I already feel bored because like there's so many projects that say the same thing and say, hey, we're going to be more scalable than Ethereum, we're going to do smart contract. Okay, great. And what about network effect? Like it's always like the same the same argument. So, and I don't think that Avalanche is very different for that. But I will have a look. I will have a look. Yeah. Thanks for suggesting this, Gary. Okay, sick and tired. Everest KYC seems like a breakthrough. What do you think? Do you think the token is a buy? So I don't know of any other project that is doing something similar. So that means currently they are the leader in their little niche. I actually talk of Everest KYC in the previous weekly live stream. So yeah, you can check there are timestamps in each video to go directly to the correct time. Finman, DSD dollar set protocol. Okay, algorithmic stable coin. Oh, okay, another algorithmic stable coin. Okay, interesting. Ankit, hello Julian. Are there blockchain jobs that doesn't require development skills? Yeah. So I mean, you can do stuff related to design, for example. They are like lawyers, community managers. There are people who do more like a management stuff. There are people who, so for example, you could like manage a team of developers. There is also a kind of job that I like, which is very, very unique. It's called, what's the name of that? It's a kind of job where basically you have to be to deal with the community of developers. I think it's developer evangelist. Yeah, I think this is the name. Developer. Let me type this in the chat. Developer evangelist. There are different names for this kind of job, but basically you have to write some tutorials to onboard developer to use some API. It's not very technical. You need to know a little bit of coding, but not too much. And there is one student of EatTheBlocks who did that kind of job at Aragon, I believe. And I think he enjoyed his job really a lot. I think he was flown to conferences right and left. He met a lot of different people. So it was really a hybrid between communication and coding skills. Yeah. Okay, let me see. I think I talked for too much because now have a look at the chat. It's like 10 more questions. But I love it. Okay, Big Boss, can you describe how front runners get ahead of your flash loans? So they are mostly miners. They basically what they do is they analyze, they try to run your transaction, but by modifying the signing address. So they reproduce the step of your transaction, but with their address. And if they notice that there is a profit, then they send their transaction first. That's how they do it. But it's pretty technical. It's really not easy technically to do this. Sick and tired. Tim Wagner, who created AWS Lambda, launched Vendia. It's a distributed compute platform that includes a ledger. What do you think about private blockchain and blockchain database, Hyperledger Fabric. Okay, I think there are many questions in one. I will let's focus on what I know. Hyperledger Fabric. So Hyperledger Fabric, that was an early attempt to do a blockchain for corporate, so a private blockchain. But recently we had the news of IBM, who was very, very involved in Hyperledger Fabric, and IBM, they are closing down their blockchain division. So I'm not too sure about the future of Hyperledger Fabric. And in the meantime, we had another project, Hyperledger Besu, which is basically copy and paste of Ethereum, but adapted for corporate. It's basically, you can do private blockchain with Ethereum. And so I think Hyperledger Besu has much more future than Fabric, because it reuses the tech of Ethereum with all the development tools, etc. And so Ethereum really now is like a standard in the blockchain industry. So Hyperledger Fabric was like a relic of the early stage of the industry, but yeah, not too bullish on that. And Saif Ali, I'm a Hyperledger Fabric developer for last 2 years. I have beginner level knowledge on 3D TEs. I've watched most of your video on smart contract. How do I get more involved? Any roadmap? Okay, so Sally, make sure to register for my free training. I post it again in the chat. It will be February 23rd. I will explain everything to get started on Ethereum in this live training. Nilesh, what is your thought about Besu Hyperledger? Well, I think I just answered that just before. Philip, could you make a tutorial on how to set up a full node? Yeah, I've been thinking about this. I think this is a great idea. Jake, what's the top 3 dApps to create right now? Wow, big question. Decentralized exchange on a layer 2 solution, layer 2 scaling solution. Yeah, it's a big one. Second one, but that one is super tough. It's super tough. Social network on the blockchain, I think we really need it. When we saw what happened with like all the censorship recently, I think we need it. Then what else? Maybe another. And now the big thing is a yield aggregator. If you do a yield aggregator, you are sure that when you launch it, you're going to have a lot of liquidity. However, people will not stay a long time. They will stay like for a couple of weeks, and then they will go to another one. Yeah. So just from the top of my head, like 3 ideas for dApps. Yeah. Gary Sente, what's going on with NFT and billionaires adoption to their portfolio? What's your take? Oh yeah, it's cool. Yeah, I mean, So I think billionaire, like they have so much money, they can really afford to explore the space. So when they get started with crypto, they start with Bitcoin, then they start to do some meme on Twitter, and then they get bored, and then they get into ETH, and then they get into DeFi, and finally the last stage is NFT. But it's really possible that in the future for rich people, it will be trendy to have some NFT, and when they invited someone and they show to other people the NFT. Also, apparently in the future, people will display their NFT at home with a monitor. So instead of a painting, it will be like a monitor that show to guess the NFT that you bought. So yeah, I think it will be a thing. Yeah, it's really, really sci-fi. I love it, but yeah, it's happening. Felipe Oliveira, is it true that Argo Blockchain opening a new mine in Texas? Oh, I don't know Argo Blockchain. It's possible. Oh yeah, Godwin Jimmy who is confirming. Yeah, the word I was looking for before is developer evangelist. Yeah, it's a kind of developer position which is not too technical. So let me see. Stephen McCarthy, your first React app, a to-do list in the web development course seems to be similar to the content from the book Pro Mern Stack. If I read that book, do you think I can skip the web dev class? I don't know this book Pro Mern Stack, so I cannot answer you. But I didn't in the course web development for blockchain, I did not copy material from anywhere. Okay, so it's completely custom. I created this app myself. So yeah, I didn't take it from anywhere. Yeah. Stephen McCarthy, just take the 6-figure blockchain developer course for Solidity and then be ready for the flash loan course. Yeah. So yeah, don't take the flash loan course first. The priority is 6-figure because that's what's going to give you the core skill that you need to get started in the industry. And flash loan is like the cherry on top of the cake. But yeah, start with 6-figure. Yeah. Godwin Jimmy, there is blockchain technical writers too. Oh yeah, so we were asking this question before. Are there jobs in blockchain that are not technical? Yeah, technical writer. Yeah, it's possible to do it. Nilesh, so Bezu has future. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, big future. John Peterson, how are bots attacking pre-sales? So bots, yes, I think this is related to, I think you're referring to initial DEX offering when a new token is launched. Yeah, so when there isn't a lot of liquidity, I know that some bots have been doing some manipulation, but I need to study this more. Yeah, I need to study this. Sick and tired, nice. I had no idea IBM was more value on is okay. Moving on in the chat. Saif, link for the free training. Yeah, it's just above. Okay, let me post it again. Yeah, I posted a couple of times. All right. Gajesh saying hi Julian. Hi Gajesh. Yeah, Gajesh, who is coming to a lot of my stream. Yeah, I'm really happy when I see like the same faces showing up at every live stream. It's great. Philip, is React better than Vue.js for front-end app development? If so, why? Yes, because React is really the standard in the industry. Most blockchain job will require you to know React, so you have to know it. Some company will require Vue, but it's really secondary. The first one is React. So there is always like two parts to this argument. The first one is the job situation. So for the job situation is React, and then the second one is personal developer preference. And this is an endless debate. Some developers prefer React, some developers prefer Vue. Both have their pros and cons. What is good with Vue is that it's very all integrated, so you don't need to stitch together a lot of different libraries. You have the router and everything is already combined and ready to use. With React, it's more lightweight, it's more modular, but you have to do more work to assemble different libraries. Yeah. Sick and Tired is asking, do you think there will be rewards for running IPFS nodes? I think the docs mentioned rewards on the roadmap. I'm not sure this will be implemented at the IPFS level, but maybe some protocols on top of it, like a Filecoin. Yeah, if you run a Filecoin node, you get some reward. Yeah. Gary, as far as programming language, only Solidity, or is Viper also coming soon? No. So Viper, I think, if I remember well, I think they stopped development and now they are working on another one called Fe, Fe. I'm not sure, yeah, but we really don't see a lot of activity on Viper. Uniswap V1 was written with Viper, but for Uniswap V2, it was rewritten in Solidity. And Uniswap V1 was pretty much the only major DeFi project that used Viper. Oh no, you have Curve also, yeah. But yeah, no, it's not. It's like 99% Solidity. So yeah, don't bother with Viper, or maybe only after you learn Solidity just for fun. You can check out Viper, but it's not the priority. Anup is asking, are there good enough opportunities to make money in arbitrage and flash loan? Are you making money in arbitraging? No. So me myself, I'm not making money with Flash on arbitrage because it really requires a constant attention. It really requires you to tweak the parameters and follow this regularly. And unfortunately, I don't really have the bandwidth to do this. You know, with when you are like me and you publish 3 to 4 videos a week on your YouTube channel, plus have to also to create the courses in the backend, to answer all the email, provide support to my students. I really have no free time for other stuff, but I would love to, but you know, I have to make some choice. So are there good enough opportunities? And miners makes millions, even tens of millions a year. Miners, I mean, arbitrager and liquidators. Yeah, they make a lot of money, but yeah, it's not easy for sure. It's competitive. Yeah. Sick and tired. Is saying Brandly has a new React CLI coming out soon called Brainiac. It's similar to Angular and Vue CLI. We'll let you know when we release it. Oh, okay, so you work for these guys? Okay, cool. Yeah, I wasn't aware of that. Yeah, okay, check it out. Forex Shark, 100k a year is lowball. Lot of opportunities to make a lot more than 100k with these skills. Yeah, I mean, it really depends from which perspective you're talking from. Like if you're an engineer in the Silicon Valley, maybe 100k doesn't look so impressive, but for most people on the planet, 100k is pretty good already. Yeah, you can make more than that. You can make a 150, 200, 250. But me personally, I don't want to oversell dreams. When I say that with my course, you can get a job, blockchain job paid 100k a year, I'm pretty confident you can do it. I could say, I know that some other people do this. Oh yeah, like take my course and you're gonna get paid 250k, for example. But the thing is, I don't feel comfortable saying that, because really now if you're talking of that 200k, 250k, now we are talking of guys who are a little bit more senior, or maybe who have a very deep specialty in something, like super strong in security or something like this. And I know it's not going to be all my students. Maybe some of them will make it, but not all of them. So me, I prefer to give you a realistic figure of 100k, and of course it can go higher than that. Of course, if you are specialized in something like security on DeFi, for example, I have my course, DeFi Development Mastery, where basically we learn about DeFi. So if you have this specialization, yeah, it can go above 100k, yeah, for sure. Jake, is it easier to get your first dev job at a startup blockchain company or established company? Thinking of doing the 30 dApp course once I finish another course. I mean, yeah, so it's easier at a startup, yeah, because you can talk directly to the founders or the person who you will work with, whereas for established company, usually they have a whole procedure. There's like the HR, they're going to like have some requirement, and sometimes they make you pass some like a stupid test, you know, like some algorithm questions, some like whiteboard thing that are absolutely not related to the task you actually have to do. Yeah, you don't have any of this bullshit for a startup. Yeah. Okay. Gashes, will you be starting shorts? You mean short selling in trading? No, I'm not really comfortable with short selling, because you can the amount of money you can lose is infinite potentially. So yeah. Jake saying, hi Julian, as far as hardware, do you use a laptop for a blockchain development? Any recommendation on brands, on gear that is helpful? So I'm currently using a MacBook Pro of 2015. It's a big time favorite in the tech industry, because it doesn't have the shitty butterfly keyboard that Mac introduced in, I think that was in 2016. You know, this very thin keyboard that is really not comfortable. So MacBook Pro 2015 still has the normal one, so that's good. However, it's heating up quite a lot, so this is something I don't like. So I was tempted to take the M1, you know, the new CPU of Apple, but now they are going to release the M1X or M2 with a MacBook Pro 16-inch. So I'm probably going to wait for that. It's going to be in probably in 6 months. Yeah, so but yeah, MacBook Pro are good. Yeah, MacBook really, a lot of developers use MacBook Pro. Yeah. Okay, Julian, you look tired. Take a rest and thank your time answering your question. No, no problem, no problem. No, I'm fine. I'm fine. Uh, Nilesh, thanks for your time. Wish you health as you already have wealth. That's a good one. I love it. It's a nice session on your behalf. Yeah, awesome, Nilesh. Flavio, hi Julian. How hard is it to find a remote blockchain job only with a personal project and previous non-blockchain developer experience? Yeah, so it would be better if you already have some dev experience before, but it's not a blocker. You can still find something. It's still possible. Maybe it's going to be slightly longer, but it's still possible. One way you can sort of really force your way into the industry is by starting with freelance job. In general, the requirements for freelance are always lower than for full-time job. So you can more easily get some experience with freelance, and then you add this to your CV. And so from there, when you apply to a full-time job, then you have something a little bit more solid. But already with all the projects we do in my course, 6-Figure Blockchain Dev, especially the decentralized exchange, already with all of that, you're going to be pretty solid. There is a guy, a student, who took this course, and he did exactly what I said. I said, you put this on your GitHub, and basically he was contacted by a recruiter that saw the project on his GitHub, and he was impressed by the project, and he interviewed him and he hired him. And I have an interview of this guy. Let me find it. Where this is. Let me see. Let me find this video for you. The testimonial. Oh yeah, first blockchain job. Yeah, so this guy here, this is exactly what he did. Put this on his GitHub and got a job. Okay, so I put the link here so you can check it out. Yeah. Sick and tired. I check out your code and it looks good. You know your stuff. You are giving the community a lot. Thank you. Yeah, thanks, Sick and Tired. Appreciate. Gashesh, YouTube Shorts. I don't know what's this. I need to. It's a new feature of YouTube. It's like Instagram Stories. I never heard of that. John Peterson, what do you see as a new and upcoming project or space to pay attention to? Well, any layer 2 scaling solution needs to follow up with this. I like a yield optimizer that doing a cross blockchain stuff, like basically like Yearn Finance but across blockchain. I think that's super interesting. I like things that mix DeFi and NFT, like a NFTX that allow you to have a fractional ownership of a NFT. Yeah, but there's still probably many other things, but I'm just speaking from the top of my head here. Shadlik, I had a question about short selling also. When you short sell, do you have to use borrowed money? Do I have to leverage the exchange money, or would it work the same using my own money or coins? So no, so the idea with short selling, no, you don't need to borrow money. You borrow a stock, then you wait for the stock to go down, and then you resell it. But because the trade can also move in the opposite direction, which means you lose money, in general, when you do short selling, you also have to post some collateral on the exchange. So before you initiate the short sell, you will actually need to have some money. Yeah. So in an indirect way, you still need money to do short selling. Yeah. Darren saying, signing up gives, we couldn't process your request at this time. Please try again later. No. Okay. Yeah, so I'm using MailChimp. So sometimes they have these random errors. So either you can try again later, or if you still have the problem, you can send me an email and I can add you manually to the list. So Julian at EatTheBlocks.com. Make sure to tell me which training you wanted to register for, because I have many. Okay. Jake saying, wow, you are an Apple guy. I just hate how the Mac version of stuff like apps seems 6 weeks behind PC. Thank you for the answer. Yeah, I mean, there are always some inconvenience on Mac, but some disadvantages. But yeah, in general, for development, since most developers have Mac, all the tools for developers, first they work for Mac, and after they make them work for Ubuntu, for Windows. But generally, the best support for developer tools will be for Mac. So for me, it's not even about a religion or something like this. It's more about being practical. Yeah. Sick and tired. I'm looking into AWS Cloud9 for my teams. I think it's great for open source and education. Eliminates environment setup and gets people into code right away. Okay, yeah, cool. Yeah, I saw some courses that were using this. Yeah, maybe I should have a look about this. Yeah, interesting. Def Tata, hey, Flavio, thanks Julian, you're awesome. Yeah, thanks Flavio. Def Tata, when can we expect Ethereum transaction cost to go sub $1? Oh, it's not for now. Not before a long time, really. I think really it's when Ethereum 2.0 will be released. So I think we're talking of a few years. But in the meantime, a lot of the industry is going to move to layer 2 scaling solution, where the transaction cost will be quite cheap. Yeah. Jay Bam is saying, hey, do you have any tutorial on implementing governance in a protocol? Try looking in your vids, but didn't find anything. So on the course DeFi Development Mastery, one of the tutorial is on DAO. So let me find this. DeFi Development Mastery. Let me put the link. Okay, loading. DeFi Dev Mastery. Okay, yeah, you can check the curriculum here. Okay. Jake Brading, are you going to mess around with Polygon software dev kit? Yes. I will probably do a tutorial on my channel, either on Matic or on Optimism. Yeah. Forex Shark, I understand it's very good to lowball figures when selling courses, and you're speaking about working 9-5 type jobs, and you can make a lot of money developing your own small project, token, farms. Yeah, absolutely. And in this space, you can have you can have investors faster than what you think. For example, I have friends who are doing startups in other industries, and the guys constantly need to be the one who network with investor, and they need to be introduced, and they need to go to all these bars and then do all this effort to really get introduced. But what's amazing in blockchain is it's almost the other way around. It's almost investors who fight to get in touch with you, really. So just by being in the space, if you start to have some social media presence and people start to follow you, you will find investors quite easily. Yeah. And this is unique, so we have to take advantage of it, because it's not going to last forever. Yeah. Godwin, Forex Chart, creating a token is not the issue. The real challenge is getting use cases. Yes, indeed. Sick and tired. With Cloud9, my daughter is programming on her iPad and Chromebook. It's awesome and removes high cost of laptop. Yeah. I never thought it that way. Yeah. Interesting. Godwin, small project and farm seems to be more profitable. However, the dev process is also not a walk in the park. Yeah. Well, I mean, you can reuse some of the code of Yon Finance. That's kind of a template in the industry. But yeah, ultimately, you also want to add your own personal touch, of course. And I mean, it's development in general always takes a lot of time. So that's why rapidly, once you have some traction, you need to get some investors. It's totally unrealistic to think you're gonna have a main job, and on the side you're gonna do your little software project, and you're gonna do this for years until you make money. No, at some point you need to make the switch and to say, okay, now we're gonna raise money for my side project. Hey Batman, hey. Then we have Forex Shack. When dev new project, I just follow hot trend and try to be second or third with whatever the hot new thing is. All right, guys. Well, I think this is it. So just a quick reminder for people who arrive late. So if you are new to the channel and you want to become a professional blockchain developer, but you don't know how to do, you register for my free training. It's gonna be on February 23rd at 11 p.m. UTC +8. You have to register because it will not be on YouTube. You register and I will send you the link. Okay, guys, that was great to see you. That was a really great session. A lot of people talking today. I love it. Have a great week, and I'm going to see you soon in later this week for other videos. All right. Take care, everybody. Bye. Cheers.